Alright guys, they say you can't grow good grass in bad soil. This is true. Your soil is a starting point for the lawn that you've always dreamed of. You always have to consider your soil structure, your pH, and the nutrients that will be available to the plant to use. First, let's talk about the soil structure. The soil structure is basically just a makeup of the soil, whether it's a clay soil or a sandy soil, for example. If it's a heavy clay soil, something as simple as aerating that soil could provide huge benefits for the lawn. Roots have to have the oxygen to breathe, and if the soil's too compacted, the roots can't get the air they need to thrive or even sometimes survive. Sandy soils, however, will leach out faster than these clay soils. Leaching is where a nutrient like nitrogen will move its way down throughout the soil profile and eventually is no longer available to the plant. Next, let's talk about pH. The pH of the soil is found when you do a soil analysis or get a pH reading from the soil. The pH will tell you the amount of acidity that is in the soil. Some soils are acidic and some soils are alkaline. If your soil is too acidic or too alkaline, the nutrients in that soil won't even be available for the plant to use. And you won't truly know your pH unless you spend the time and money to find out. But don't freak out, it's really not that expensive. But to know the pH you need, you must consider the turf grass you're dealing with and the ideal pH for that turf. For example, if you're going to have a Bermuda lawn, the ideal pH on a scale from 1 to 10 is a 6.5. Centipede grass, on the other hand, it's a 5.0. Always check your pH and you'll learn a whole lot about what you need to do moving forward. Alright, so lastly, you need to know the nutrients that are available in your soil for the plant to be able to use it. There are nutrients in the soil naturally. On your soil analysis, it will provide specific information about how prevalent these nutrients are in your soil. Look for the deficiencies and correct them as needed. An example of this would be a soil that's lacking potassium. It may leave the lawn looking poor or weak. This macronutrient called potassium can be applied in a granular or a liquid form to help with the overall root strength of the plant. I know this whole analysis thing seems like a lot to take on. I get it. But trust me, it's not rocket science, so don't get too overwhelmed. And you'll certainly be glad that you spent the time and money to find out these analytics about the yard when you can finally see the results. And take note, all soils are not created equal, and that's why all lawns don't look the same. One neighbor's lawn on this side of the road gets this kind of response. Maybe right next door to it, this lawn gets a totally different response. This could be a direct reflection of something going on beneath the soil surface. Out of sight, out of mind, right? I don't think so. Not under our watch.